In 1918, a young girl in Japan received a gift that would haunt her family for generations. A seemingly innocent doll, meant to bring joy, became a vessel for something far more terrifying. As the years passed, the doll's hair began to grow unnaturally long, almost as if the spirit of the girl who had died was trapped within it. This is the story of the OKIKU doll, one of Japan's most chilling real-life haunted artifacts. Before we continue, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you love your parents, and if you don't, well, I guess you don't love your country. In Japan, there is a story that has captivated people for decades, one that blurs the line between folklore and reality. This story centers around an artifact, a doll known as OKIKU, which is said to be haunted by the spirit of a young girl. The tale begins in 1918 when a young girl named OKIKU lived in the northern Japanese town of Iwamizawa. OKIKU received a doll from her older brother as a gift. It was a traditional Japanese doll, dressed in a kimono, with dark eyes and black hair. The girl was fond of the doll, carrying it with her everywhere. But as time passed, OKIKU became ill and tragically died at the young age of 5. After her death, the doll remained in her family's possession. Over time, something strange began to happen. OKIKU's family noticed that the doll's hair, once neat and tidy, seemed to grow longer on its own. At first, they believed it was just the result of time and wear. But as the years went by, the hair continued to grow, eventually reaching down past its shoulders. The family grew increasingly disturbed by the doll's changes. They also began to notice that the doll's eyes appeared more lifelike, and it seemed to emit an eerie sense of presence, almost as if it were watching them. Desperate to find answers, they decided to visit a local temple to ask for help. The priests at the temple were skeptical at first, but agreed to take a look at the doll. To their shock, the priests confirmed that the doll was haunted by the spirit of OKIKU. It was believed that the girl's spirit was still attached to the doll, unable to find peace. The priests performed a purification ceremony to try and release the spirit, but the doll's hair continued to grow, defying all attempts to stop it. Over the years, the doll has remained in the Miyamoto family's possession before being moved to a temple in Hokkaido, where it is displayed to this day. Visitors to the temple have reported a strange feeling when standing near the doll, an overwhelming sense of dread, a sudden coldness, and some even claim to hear faint whispers of a girl's voice. The doll's hair is now carefully maintained by the temple staff, trimmed regularly to prevent it from growing further. Yet, some visitors still believe that OKIKU's spirit is trapped within the doll, unable to rest until it is properly honored.